So as of right now, despite the fact that we have already seen multiple schools being shut down after coronavirus has spread through both the student population as well as the teacher population, as a government, Trump's administration is still pushing for it to happen. And so here is Kayleigh McEnany talking about why it remains such a priority for them.
For the United Federation of Teachers, he's saying teachers don't feel safe. They want every student to be tested when they walk through the door of their schools. Can the president promise that that will eventually be a possibility? Will we have testing capacity to test kids before they go back to school? How does the president respond to that? The teachers not wanting to, they're threatening a walkout or a sick out.
Look, we believe teachers are essential workers. The media never stopped working during this pandemic. Our meatpackers didn't stop working during this pandemic. Our law enforcement didn't stop working during this pandemic, nor should our teachers.
Okay, so the teachers need to keep working because other essential personnel like meatpacking plant workers had to work. But the meatpacking plant workers didn't have to work because the country was about to fall apart, like with the nurses. They had to work because they were going to be imminently fired by their companies if they didn't. They were forced at the threat of economic devastation to continue working. And let's bear in mind, as we have many times through the course of this pandemic, that it costs them significantly. Take a look at this. At least 20% of US meatpackers may have contracted coronavirus. You have meatpacking companies dismissed years of warnings, but now say that nobody could have prepared for COVID-19. So the many that died and the many that got cases, nothing could have been done, even though they had been warned about the spread of disease. And you have COVID-19 sweeping through Wisconsin food plants still, with the workers saying, please do something. So they have wanted help the entire time, but they haven't gotten it. So that's what the meatpacking plant workers. Now the teachers are saying, and have been in advance of going back, this is a horrible idea. And she is saying, Kayleigh McEnany is saying, no. All those lessons that we learned, the obvious lessons about how this is gonna be devastating, we're not going to learn anything from those. And we're gonna have teachers dying at similar rates to meatpacking plant workers. And if that kills a few hundred, a few thousand teachers, that is a price that Kayleigh McEnany and the Trump administration is willing to pay.
Yeah, it is a political position rather than a position rooted in decency and science. I was a foster kid, John. My mom is a school teacher. She was a school teacher when she adopted me. You're talking about some of the most remarkable people on the planet Earth. They don't make a ton of money. They're well educated. They don't make a ton of money. They could do other things and they choose to serve in this way, right? When teachers are saying you're not creating an environment that's safe for children, you're not creating an environment that's safe for the teaching moment to take place, the administration should have taken that seriously. They have not. This will end up creating more COVID-19 cases. Remember, we're 5% of the global population, but 25% of the coronavirus cases on the planet. That should tell you everything you need to know about how we have handled this pandemic in America.
Yeah, it's just devastating, the numbers. And I saw, this is something we mentioned like a week ago, but he's still doing it. Trump was again slamming New Zealand for their huge spike in cases, as he says. And he specifically said, he like totally summarized an argument that we've been making, that we've been saying he would make earlier on the show, that he would claim that it's fine that we're doing poorly with coronavirus because other countries are. And he said that New Zealand is failing in the same way. New Zealand had 9 cases on Monday of this week. They have 93 total cases diagnosed of people who are currently dealing with coronavirus. Across the entirety of their country, less than 100 people have it right now. And he's saying that is why it's okay that we lost 1,400 people in the last daily report of coronavirus deaths.
He's ridiculous. He's ridiculous. And he's using statistical data to try to make the numbers seem manageable and better than what they are. Remember, he's a binary guy, right? He engages in what we call binary marketing. Everything with him is a win or a loss. So there's no gray area that he really argues, right? So he either will say, no. It is totally 100% great, fine, and dandy. Or he says that it's the worst, absolute disaster, etc. Now, here's the truth. The truth is there are some spots in America, they have done better, but that's because of the governor. That's because of local governments, right? Not because of leadership from the federal government, but overall as a country. If we're really the United States of America, the president speaks overall as the leader of the country. The country is not doing well. We're doing worse. And anyone who dares to say the truth from his administration, they immediately get their hand slapped by this president.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about winning versus losing, loyal versus disloyal. It is very, like, you're 100% right. It is entirely binary. Everything is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and it's unfortunately it's costing so many people lives. And the thing is, like, we're never gonna get those people back. But the last thing we can hope to do is to try to stop new groups from being decimated in the same way. And people have been trying to do that with teachers. And unfortunately, it looks like a lot of schools are still going to try it out, and it's going to fail, as it has in so many places already.
Every single one of those schools, every single one of them will fail. Okay, I'm saying that now. I've had conversations with superintendents of schools throughout the state of Georgia. I'm friends with some of them. Some of them are under immense pressure by their elected board of education representatives to start school back. Because once again, they are coming at this from a place of partisanship. It is political for them rather than from a place of science and health.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.